Politicians always talk about which party will have control of the House or the Senate. Shouldn't these people be looking to make their constituents' lives better rather than seek control over them? I guess working with each other for the betterment of the country is beyond them now. Sad. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me once again for MRC-TV. I'm Nick Kangadis. I watched the coverage of last night's midterm election results, and one thing jumped out at me right away. All anyone could talk about was which side will have control over the House and the Senate. Every analyst broke down every little aspect of every avenue that would assure the control each party was seeking. Am I the only one who has a problem with the constant need for control? I thought both houses of Congress were elected by the people in order to tackle issues most important to the people. I guess I'm wrong. You know what you never hear anymore? I'm going to work across the aisle for the benefit of the American people. You used to hear that all the time, no matter how hollow those promises were. Now, with the multiple divisions among the people that the politicians themselves created, it's merely about one side versus the other. No longer are the people a consideration, but an afterthought. And we are the people. This is our country. We just allow the politicians to inhabit the cushy space that we all pay for. How do we do that? By having elections, by asking the people who repulses you the least. Everyone talks about picking the lesser of two evils, but why should we pick an evil at all? Sure, the two evils line has become cliche at this point, and I know that someone needs to fill those seats, but why is it always a choice between two evils? I'm not singling anyone out, because at the end of the day, the politicians are just filling a role that was set up for them a long time ago. My problem comes in where the control aspect enters the equation. Listen, the majority of us have agreed to the language that we all speak. So can we call things for what they actually are? For politicians, control doesn't just mean securing a majority for their party in whichever House of Congress they're running for. It really means that once their party has control, they can take care of their party's agenda with limited pushback. What happened to the people's agenda? Isn't the only reason these people are there in the first place because the people chose them to represent them and not their own interests? We saw an unprecedented amount of money flow into midterm races that this country has literally never seen before. And we're the most prosperous country in the world. So who's in charge? The people or the politicians? All I'm saying is that we, the people, need to take stock of the politicians who benefit from the process that is supposed to make the people believe they're in charge. It's just a shame that after the day politicians want to hear from us by procuring our votes, our voices return to falling on deaf ears. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and power bomb that notification bell so you know when MRC-TV comes out with a new video. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For MRC-TV, I'm Nick Kangadis.